Okay, good morning or good afternoon whenever you'll be listening to this class. So I'm going to be focusing on part 2, chapter 13 of Fool's Crow by James Welch. And I'm just going to be going through a bit of some background information. And I'm going to first start by going over Fool's Crow's name. Yeah. And he used to be called White Man's Dog in the beginning of the book, but he earned the name Fool's Crow by fooling the Crow Chief that he was dead, and then killing the Crow Chief. That's how he got Fool's Crow. And he doesn't feel like he earned the name. He feels guilty about it. He doesn't feel like he deserves it. So he's having a lot of thoughts and guilt revolving around that, how the story was too extravagant, too played up, too over-exaggerated. So we go on to find out, or in the beginning of chapter 13, we find out that Fool's Crow and his wife, Red Paint, are going to welcome a child into the world. They are expecting a baby, and Red Paint believes it's going to be a boy, so they'll have a son. So she's very excited about that, and when she wakes up Fool's Crow from his slumber, she shows him a baby's cradle board that is probably the cutest thing, because I've seen them in person and they're so cute. And he gets excited about taking a trip with her, that she points out to him that she wants to go on a trip, and then they both decide to go, and she goes to tell her mother about that trip, and they're gonna go take a journey. And then when Fool's Crow is thinking about his name while he's alone, he starts to hear a commotion outside. So he goes out of his tent, or his living home, his home, and he sees that in the distance of the Great Plains that there are a bunch of horses with riders coming from wherever. They would be the Napkiwa. Kind of sounds like napkin, but the Napikans. And they're coming in on their horses. They're causing smoke, or not smoke, they're causing dust to raise, and there is a rider that dismounts from the rest of the group, and he comes over to the 3 chiefs and greets them and asks them if they could smoke and just talk about some things. And Fool's Crow is very conflicted about the whole situation that went down, how the Napikins are thinking that, are claiming that Owl Child did kill the Napikin chief, would be Forebears. And now that the white men, or the Napik ones, are claiming the Owl Child did kill one of them, the chiefs don't really care, because they say that they'd lose no sleep over the fact that one of the other people were killed, and that was in battle, and it was fair, and it was a fair battle. And now that Owl Child feels that, so now that the chief and that Joe Kip, who is the person that was communicating with the tribe chiefs and between the white men and the Nepicans, he goes up to his captain and they talk, and they see that they're deliberating on things, and now that their conflict is beginning to rise a little bit more, I don't think that the captain really liked the response that he got from Three Bears. So they start to create a little bit of an uproar between them, saying that they needed to start a fight. And it says, as Kip talked with the Captain Snelling, Fool's Crow noticed that the striped sleeve had set his eyes hard on Three Bears. He wasn't listening to Kip's words. He had heard it all already. So they're cooking up a plan to do something, and that is mostly what's in chapter 13.